Hello, guys. James Anderson here, aka the Defensive Architect. And today we have a very exciting game to commentate. Is commentate the word? I think I'm supposed to say do commentary on. Anyway, this commentary on this game is going to be very good. As you can see down there in the defensive ranks, we're in the middle of the pack defensively. We are in the middle of the pack of touchdowns allowed, sacks. We're still number one in forced turnovers, takeaways, rather. And we are top 10, I believe, from what I saw there. Top 10 in red zone defense, I believe. So let's go ahead and get this game going and get this exciting commentary started. Because this was this is probably the most perfect defensive game that you're going to see in my scheme, in my style of play defensively. Because this got real textbook, like really quickly too. So let's go ahead and get going. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing good today. I know I'm doing fabulous today, especially after keep repeating it, but today was just so good against the Raiders. If you're a Raiders fan, sorry in advance, but they definitely had it coming. So here they got into their run package and tried to throw us off a little bit, but we weren't really fooled by what they were doing all day. We pretty much ran a lot of zone coverage and a lot of pass coverage. Okay, so here we go with the rough and the passer cheese too. When they zip the ball out so quickly, they zip the ball out when you're like practically feet away from them. And as a result, you tend to get hit with that roughing the passer penalty every now and then. But hey, whatever. We're still one of the best defenses in the league so far. So yeah. Okay, so they tried to do their little toss play there, and it worked for a little while. But they still got inches to go. And one thing about this game, I will say, with this game that I have commentary on right now, is I will say that they did try to mix it up on us quite often. So, if I'm not mistaken, in this game, their running back, I believe, ran over 100 yards or rushed for over 100 yards. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, they really tried to mix things up. They tried to set us up through the run, so they tried to get their run game going at first. And once that kind of started getting stifled, then they started to go pass heavy, and that's where things kind of went downhill for them a little bit later. But they tried to mix things up throughout the game. So they got their jumbo package. That was actually a nice little spin move there. That was actually a pretty good spin move. But it started into, I'm obviously playing the pass. I'm not playing the run at all. So he's going to have to try to, and because of that, I gave up a pretty big run play. But honestly, just with my play style, once again, I tend to be okay with that, because I just hate when they throw the ball over the top or they get a big play on us in the pass game. I just don't like that. I really prefer for them to drive the ball down the field and for them to run and drive down the field. I don't want any big plays. I just really hate big plays with a passion. So now they're showing they're showing a run look, but they're going to, okay, I think the next play they pass the ball. So they actually ran there, but But like I said, throughout the game they try to mix things up or whatever, and they try to, do all this. But I'm definitely playing the pass here. And there's my pick. Oh yeah, that's the first pick. I'm not going to tell you how many picks I had in this game, but this particular game. But yeah, that was the first of many. We'll just put it that way. We got the ball and we drove down the field. It was a pretty long drive against them, so we were able to eat up a lot of clock. And as a result, we're up 7-0 with less than 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. So again, they try to mix things up. They did a fake reverse run play, and their running back had 50 yards already in the first quarter. But once again, like I said, we're in the middle of the pack in total defense, which is actually an improvement from earlier weeks, because I mean the first couple of weeks, I think we were almost dead last in total yards, and we've shot up to the middle of the pack because we've been playing tremendous defense lately, and my packages have been getting better with this particular personnel. Okay, so now he's trying to turn it up a little bit. He's trying to throw down the field, so we're going to have to be watchful of that. But so far so good. We're playing good defense. They haven't scored yet, which is the most important stat out of anything. The play clock and the score are two of the most important things in the game. Okay. Yes, you want things to statistically look good. Of course, we want everything to look good statistically, but that's not really what it's about in terms of game planning and in terms of playing defense strategically. When you play defense strategically, you want to dictate a lot of things in the game. You want to dictate the flow. You want to dictate the other team's patterns. You want to dictate where they should throw the ball to. You want to dictate all that stuff. Okay, so you don't want them to control anything you're doing. You don't want to be on your heels. You don't want to be reactionary. You want them to commit to certain plays that you expect them to and that you're okay with. In this instance, I'm okay with them running the ball right now. We're up by 7. If they run the ball and they score on this drive, that's fine. But in many cases, as you've seen on the statistics down there at the beginning of the video, we are at the top. I believe the top 10. We are top 10 in red zone defense, so we don't mind guys driving down the field, because we know at the end of the day it's not about just driving, it's about scoring. So if you can drive down the field but not score, you've wasted a lot of time and you've wasted a lot of effort trying to go down and make plays. That was almost a pick. I mean, if he would have got there a little sooner, that would have been a bat down. But yeah, this quarterback, I mean, he was cutting it close. He was really trying to force a lot of plays, and we were able to really just counter a lot of what he was doing. I think there's a score there, yeah. So they scored a touchdown on this drive rather. And that's okay. They still wasted a lot of time. I think they wasted about 5 minutes. And because the thing is, the reason why I'm harping so much on a lot of this stuff on defense is because on offense, you're pretty much going to do the same thing. I mean, as far as a defensive team, period, like when you're making a defensive build as a defensive team, you want your offense to think defense too. So you want your offense to hold the ball, want them to run the ball. You want to run a lot of counters, run a lot of slant patterns and stuff like that, and screens and all these kinds of things, so that you can mix it up on the other team's defense and you could take a lot of time off the clock your own self and score at the same time. But everything doesn't work out perfectly like that. As you just saw a little bit earlier, I did throw a pick, against them, and they got the ball back. So, now they're driving down the field again, but as you can see, There's 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Okay, the score is still 7-7. There's less than 5 minutes left. They have 151 total yards. Yes, they almost have yes, their running back has like 50 yards already in the first half rushing. But the thing is, we're going to have plays in situations where we're going to stuff the run and stop the run and things of that nature, and force the quarterback to make plays, which evidently, like I said later, you'll see he wasn't ready for. He only has 63 yards of passing, so that's great to me. That's really good. Pick right there, perfect play. That was perfect defense. Perfect defense. This is what I mean when I say that certain quarterbacks, unless they're like an Aaron Rodgers type or Tom Brady or like something of that nature where they are literally elite, they're not going to be able to make those plays and make those timing plays effectively because they're not that good of a quarterback. Like this guy, he's not that good. So the plays he tried to force, they ended up being turnovers. Just like that interception you just saw. He tried to force that throw into a bad window, and as a result, he threw a pick right to my corner. So here they go. Here, this is really a run play, and these are the kinds of things they were doing. Though I will give them that. They were trying their best to mix things up. They had 4 receivers on the field and they ran the ball. They were just doing that throughout the game. Here they are in a run package. Here they're in a run play offense, and there you go. So there's an end around. So I will give them that. They were definitely trying to mix up a lot of things. They were doing a lot, but they didn't really they didn't really do much of anything else. That resulted to something significant, because every time they were running a play, it was just they were just these dink and dunk or these reversals and these run plays, which again is wasting a lot of time, which is what I like. I like teams wasting time on offense because they know that they have to force a play in order for them to really like push the issue or push the pace. So that's wow. Okay, that stiff arm was crazy. Stiff arm was crazy, but we're doing good. I'm enjoying this particular game here. We're controlling the pace and everything. So I'm really there's another pick. I think that's the 3rd pick now. I think this is coming to the house. Yeah, this is going to the house. It's going to the house. So there's another pick right there. I think that's 3 he threw there already. Today was just textbook. I mean, everything we did was absolutely textbook. Textbook. I mean, we were just playing perfect defense in the secondary and everything. So they're going back to the run. We did give up 118 yards to this running back. And I do believe we are like at the bottom of the pack in run defense as well. So, I'm not too thrilled about that. But I know why we're near the bottom of the pack of run defense, because, we're not putting a lot of emphasis on trying to stop the run and sacrifice the pass, which is what you would be doing. If we were playing the run, if we were just being prideful and just trying to, hey, we're just going to stifle the run as much as we can and stuff, we would have sacrificed a lot of the passes over the top. And that's not my play style. I just cannot give up plays over the top. Now, do they happen? Yes. There are times where teams will take advantage of our blown coverages, but I mean, that's every now and then. That's not every play every week. That's every now and then. So, wow, that was that was a beautiful pick. I mean, we shifted to a man-to-man, so we audible to a man-to-man, and I don't know what he saw there, but he tried to throw it in that tight window in that man-to-man coverage, and we picked it off. So that was awesome. And I think that's the 4th pick he's thrown so far. Yeah, I think that's the 4th pick he's thrown so far. Yeah, 4 interceptions, and he only has 83 yards passing. So this is absolutely textbook. I'm really proud of these guys. Really proud of my defense. Okay, so right now he's trying to drive down the field. We did overload the left side that time. So that opened up passing lanes near the middle, and that's how that play ended up. Okay, so now he's trying to get into a rhythm. He's throwing underneath. He's throwing these curls and these drags and stuff like that. Throwing to the running back. So he's trying to whip the ball out quickly. He's trying to get into his little rhythm. And, I don't think we have any sacks yet. But, oh, boy, that's beautiful. And Harrington is balling. My safety is killing it. This guy is killing it, man. I mean, he's balling. So that was his 2nd interception of the game. And he's pretty much going to get Defensive Player of the Week. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. But that was a beautiful sequence. If the quarterback, and this is what I'm saying, like in these situations, the quarterback, depending on who you're playing, they will try to force a play, and that's what he tried to do there. And he ended up throwing a pick instead of throwing it underneath to the open man. And there was an open man underneath, and instead of throwing it to him, he tried to force a play, and there was Harrington right there, ready for it. And that's also due to me putting my guys in the right place at the right time, and that's what you have to learn as you become the architect of your own defense. You're going to have to run plays and get familiar with plays that will set your guys up for success. So, I mean, we're pretty much blowing these guys out. We did score on that in that turnover possession, so that's why we're up 28-7. I mean, we're playing perfect defense right now. We did give up over 300 yards total yards only because of the running game. We gave up a lot of yards on the ground because we were playing pass heavy. There's some blown coverage, so that was blown coverage there. Yeah, so once again, that was blown coverage. But nonetheless, we won the game 28-14. We did hold the ball until the end, so we pretty much ran the clock down all 4.5 minutes, whatever was left after that score, and we ended up winning the game. So, I hope you enjoyed this commentary. This was probably the most perfect defensive game that I've played in a while. We had 5 takeaways, 5 interceptions there, and this was just a beautiful defensive sequence. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys learned something from that. Until next time, you guys have a beautiful day. Be blessed.